You probably brushed your teeth this morning. Toothbrush, toothpaste, mint flavor, clean water, 2 minutes, done. But now erase all of that for a second. No toothbrush, no toothpaste, no dentist, no mouthwash, no painkillers, just a freezing night, a dark cave, and a human being curled up near a fire, holding his jaw in absolute agony. Today, a toothache feels annoying, but thousands of years ago, a rotten tooth could actually kill you. And that's where real human intelligence begins. Because humans were never the strongest creatures on Earth. We didn't have tiger claws, bear strength, wolf instincts. But we had something else: observation. And slowly, painfully, humans started learning how to protect their own bodies, even their teeth. Archaeologists discovered something strange in ancient human skeletons found across Europe: tiny grooves between the teeth. At first, scientists thought it was random damage, but then they found microscopic wooden fibers trapped inside those grooves. Meaning? Neanderthals were using primitive toothpicks over 50,000 years ago. Think about that for a second. A hunter finishes eating tough meat beside a fire. Pieces get stuck between his teeth. Pressure builds. Pain starts creeping into his jaw. So he snaps off a thin piece of wood and starts digging between his teeth. That tiny stick may have been the world's first dental tool. And then humans noticed something else. If the mouth stayed dirty, the gums started swelling. Teeth loosened. Breath smelled horrible. Then came infection, fever, pain. Ancient people didn't understand bacteria, but they understood suffering, so they started experimenting with literally everything around them. Around 3000 BC, people in Egypt were already making primitive tooth powders: burnt eggshells, crushed rock, ash, herbs, sometimes even powdered animal bones. Sounds insane today, but back then, that was toothpaste. And here's the creepy part. Scientists studying Egyptian mummies discovered many of them had severely worn teeth, not because they ignored hygiene, but because tiny grains of sand kept getting mixed into their bread while grinding flour. Imagine eating microscopic sand every single day for your entire life, your teeth slowly grinding down year after year. And then history gets even weirder. The ancient Romans sometimes cleaned their mouths using human urine. Yeah, actual urine. Why? Because urine contains ammonia, which works as a natural cleaning agent. Disgusting? Absolutely. But ancient humans cared about one thing: results. That's the part history books usually skip. Humans were constantly testing the world around them. Charcoal, salt, bark, herbs, smoke, powdered shells, anything that might stop pain or clean the mouth. One of the smartest inventions came from the ancient Middle East, Africa, and parts of Asia: the miswak. People would chew the ends of specific tree branches until they separated into soft bristles. Then they'd scrub their teeth with them like a primitive toothbrush. And here's the crazy part. Modern science later discovered that certain miswak trees actually contain natural antibacterial chemicals, meaning ancient humans accidentally discovered a real form of dental hygiene thousands of years before modern laboratories even existed. That's the thing about human survival. People didn't always know the science, but they understood patterns. If something reduced pain, they remembered it. If something cleaned teeth, they taught their children. And eventually, knowledge became tradition. Hippocrates wrote about cleaning teeth and treating gum disease. Meanwhile, Sushruta described early dental tools and oral treatments in ancient India centuries before modern dentistry existed. Different civilizations, same problem: pain. Because in the ancient world, tooth infections were terrifying. Today, you get antibiotics. Back then, infection could spread through the face and into the bloodstream. A single rotten tooth could become a death sentence. That's why tooth pullers became important figures in many societies. But removing a tooth in ancient times was brutal. Picture it: a dim room, smoke in the air, iron tools heating near a fire. One terrified man gripping a wooden chair while several others hold him still. Then suddenly, a violent yank. A scream echoes through the room. Blood, panic, relief. No anesthesia, no numbing shots, no modern surgery. Just survival. Meanwhile, in ancient China, herbal mouth rinses started appearing. In India, neem sticks were used for cleaning teeth. Some African tribes chewed medicinal roots to strengthen gums. Humanity was slowly turning nature into medicine. Charcoal stopped being just fuel for fire. Salt stopped being only food seasoning. Trees stopped being just wood. Everything became a tool for survival. And maybe that's the most fascinating part of all this. Humans refused to give up. Generation after generation, people kept learning from pain. Parents taught children how to clean their mouths. Elders explained which plants reduced swelling. Communities passed down survival knowledge long before schools or science existed. Then eventually, humanity made another leap. The first real toothbrushes appeared in ancient China using animal hair attached to bamboo handles. Centuries later, Europe improved the design. Then came toothpaste, modern dentistry, X-rays, mouthwash, surgery, braces. But weirdly enough, the core idea never changed. Keep the mouth clean. Stop infection. Protect the teeth. That's it. The tools evolved. The mission stayed the same. So next time you stand in front of a bathroom mirror holding a toothbrush, remember what's hiding behind that tiny object. Burning caves. Primitive herbs. Bloody iron tools. Ancient experiments. People desperately trying to survive without understanding biology. And somehow, against impossible odds, they figured it out anyway. Because maybe the story of brushing teeth isn't really about hygiene. Maybe it's about something much bigger. The human ability to suffer, observe, adapt, and slowly become better over time. And maybe that's the real story of civilization itself.